Welcome back, everyone. Neon Tank here with a subscriber replay. This one today sent in by Big Canadian Moose, and he's here in his T110E5 Tier 10 battle on Mountain Pass. So Moose is going to show us here what he can do in the E5. If you saw earlier this week, I did post my own video on a battle I had in the E5, picking up 9 kills, but Moose is going to see if he can one-up me here. So this Tier 10 battle, he has a 40% chance given to him by XVM, so it's still winnable, but you can see that their Type 5 Heavy, Object 430, and Conquer Gun Carriage are all very well versed players. Moose is going to see if he can take them down. Now this Tier 10 American Heavy Tank, one of two, the other one being of course the auto-loading T57 Heavy, it's pretty strong for a heavy tank at Tier 10. After that recent 9.10 armor buff, which put some additional armor on top of the cupola and the front of the plate there on the lower and upper glacis, this tank now can handle itself in pretty much all situations. I would definitely say it's one of the more versatile of the Tier 10 heavies. So taking a look at the split from the team, you can see that the 430 raced down through the middle, and Moose is here in his E5 coming up the ice road. The majority of the team went down to the west side of the map, and they're going to be fighting it out on the 1-2 line. So Moose first sees a Type 5 Heavy, that of course being the new Tier 10 Japanese heavy tank, that line rolling out this patch as well. So the first one bounces, and so does the second one. Now you shouldn't be able to get through the front of that tank when it's angled with this gun. However, if you're able to go through that front drive wheel just like he did there, you can track them in place for the artillery and work them apart. So the characteristics of this gun here, it's 120mm with a very quick rate of fire for a heavy tank, and it does an average of 400 damage with 258mm of penetration. If you choose to fire the high explosive anti-tank heat rounds, it gives you an additional amount of penetration all the way up to 340. So Moose secures his first kill there on the Type 5 Heavy, and he sees that the middle's not doing so well, but rather than backing off, he decides he's going to keep pushing this side. The 430 gets taken down by an RHM. Now he's on 421 hit points, and this gun hits for 400 average. But as you're going to see in this battle, Moose is able to high roll plenty of his shots and take down his opponents very effectively. So that's his second kill. Artillery nearly misses him, presuming that was the bat chat. He fires on the move and misses. Now I'm not sure if Moose is running a vertical stabilizer on his tank. I know that in my T110E5 I do, just for those shots there. And I myself would have been firing high explosive, which Moose switches to right here. Now he sees the M53, M55, puts a high explosive shell right into the top. Excellent play there, putting the high explosive round in. The Bat Chat 55 comes around, but he is taken down by Moose's teammate, the T110E4. Comes around, on the move, shoots the Conqueror gun carriage, taking out their top 3 players already. As you can see there, on the map, however, we'll pause it here, the enemy team has managed to kill 7 of his teammates, completely taking over this 1-2 line west side of the map. Now they do have enemy tanks placed in the middle, as well as back near the beginning of their cap space here. So we'll see if Moose is able to move in and start securing some more kills. He's already up to 4. And then he spots this T30. T30 being the Tier 9 American tank destroyer, but this is the one with the turret, not the T95. T-30 does not see him coming. Puts a good shot into the T-30. However, the T-30, with its high caliber gun, is able to penetrate the E5. You can see that spot right there. And Moose takes his first damage of the game. And he hits the T-30 again, putting him down to 563 hit points. Now they're going to get into a face-hugging match here. Moose takes him down to a one-shot kill now. Moose bounces. And the T-30 puts another good shot into the top of the cupola there. But Moose is able to reduce him to 0 hit points. So even though Moose has managed to pick up 5 kills here, his team is still down 12 to 10. Or actually, sorry, up 12 to 10. However, there's still 3 enemy tanks. Comes around the corner, and there's the 110. Bounces the first shot from the 110. I'm just going to show you the armor here. Puts the second shot in. Bounces the second shot from the 110. And this 110 just has no chance at this point. With the gun on that Tier 8 heavy tank, there's just really no way he can penetrate the front of this T110E5. However, Moose does realize that his T110E5 has very, very weak side armor, as you can see from the T30 there. And most guns on a Tier 8 will go through the side armor of this no problem. You can see how it's V-shaped downwards on the side of the hull, but it's very, very thin indeed. So that's his 6th kill, picking up the top gun. And now he's going to go back and try and save his artillery. He sees the E75, fires on the move, does not hit. Now, myself there, I would have locked onto the target with the right mouse click button, just to auto-aim to give myself a better chance of hitting him. Puts a great shot for 467, another good high roll. Another high roll at 420. And that's what's fantastic about this gun, is it's either going to high roll for you like that, or it's going to average roll. This gun does not tend to low roll past 350 too often. Albeit it's happened twice in this game, but it's not too often. Now he does bounce off the T54 Mod 1 there. It's a great Tier 8 premium tank. I just picked one up myself last week, and so far I am pretty impressed with it. The frontal armor on it is very strong, but the gun is lacking a little bit. So we fire another one on the move, and this is it. But Moose is going for his Radley Walters at this point, so the 8th kill. But the T54 will not give up. Puts one through the lower plate on the E5. Moose reduces him to a one-shot. Now he only has 3 armor-piercing rounds left. He comes in, and that's the end of the T54 Mod 1 and the end of this game. So, big Canadian Moose there. Well played game in the T110E5, picking up 8 kills for the Radley Walters medal. Definitely a high caliber in there as well. You can see from just how much damage he was able to cause to the enemy team. But we'll take a closer look at that in the post-game stats. Okay, so a fantastic battle here by Big Canadian Moose in the T110E5. He was able to demonstrate just exactly what you can do as a top-tier Tier 10 tank in a game that statistically you're not favored to win. He took control of this game and made sure that the outcome was in the favor of his team. So he was able to pick up his ace tanker, his Radley Walters medal for 8 kills, which is always a sought-after medal to get, especially at Tier 10, high caliber, and top gun, of course. So he damaged several of the enemy tanks here. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8 enemy tanks. So basically everything that he shot at, he killed in this battle, which is strange, but that's just the way he does it. He kills everything he sees, apparently. Let's take a look at the team scores. And as you can see, in comparison to the rest of his team, Big Canadian Moose just put on the man pants and ensured that his team got the victory on this one. Well played battle by the M53, M55 on the enemy team, but he just did not have the Tier 10 and Tier 9 tanks supporting him to help win the battle for the enemy team. The detailed report: he fired 26 shots, which 22 hit, and those 4 most likely from the firing on the move, which you can't really downplay that. That's a big part of playing the E5 because those shots can happen. Of those 22 that hit, 19 of them penetrated for a total of 6,648 damage. He received 7 hits, of which 3 got through, but 4 of them bounced. He blocked 1,130 damage with his armor, and he's not running a premium account here, so he made a total of 8,274 credits, bringing the total after his award victory for the day for his ×2 and for the mission payout to just under 2,900 XP. So definitely a great game and a great demonstration of what the E5 is capable of by Big Canadian Moose today. Alright, that's it for today's video, everybody. Thanks for stopping in. Big shout out to Canadian Moose for this video today on the E5. And let me know in the comments section what you think about the E5. And do you think that the armor buff pushed it over the top, or do you still think it's balanced? Thanks for stopping by, and we will catch you on the next one.